Hello, my friends. My name is Debbie Reed. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Kingston, Idaho. And welcome to my Debbie Reed at Cards03 YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable card. It's a pop-up card using the Notes and Totes. I'm just using the die set only for this one. And then I'm using Honeybee. I'm using the tea bag, the teacup, the saucer, and a few of the sentiments from this set. And then I'm also using the pretty pink Posh. And from this set, I'm using the teapot and the teacup. And then on the inside of my card, I use sentiments from this set, but you would use whatever you have on hand. So let's get started with supplies. You're going to use a granny apple green. Normally I cut lengthwise, or I score lengthwise and cut on the side. This time you're going to score at 5.5 and then cut lengthwise at 4 1/4. And then you get a side flap card, which is like this. I already put some pieces on the inside. The supplies you're going to need: the granny apple green. You're going to need 2 pretty peacock, well actually 3. 2 for the inside with 2 basic white overlays. And then the front of the card is a pretty peacock and a designer series paper. The designer series paper is Delightful Floral. It is no longer available, but I'm using this side. You could also use Pool Party or something if you didn't have this. So let's get started with the supplies. The first thing I did, I'm going to just show you some stamping because I did that ahead of time. I stamped the saucer and the teapot and the tiny teacup in Bubble Bath. And then I used, I forgot what this one's called. It will be in the link below. It is called, from the Beautiful Gallery Designer Series paper. I used the back side of this one to cut the tea bag, just so you know. So let's get started on the card. The first thing we're going to do is work from the inside. So like I said, I already put my 2 pretty peacock down. There's going to be a pop-up bag on the inside of this. And so we're going to work on the bag first. So I have all of my stuff. Just slide this over to open this. And let me grab all of my little goodies out of here. So I already did one side of the bag. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. And we're going to just design this little bag first. So let me get all my other little pieces out of the way. So this little bag, you're going to take your die cut and die cut all of the little pieces, and you're going to need 2 of all of these because you're decorating 2 sides. So you're going to take these little strips. You're going to fold your bag where all the fold lines are. So like this, and then here and here, and crease them all with your bone folder or your fingernail, whichever you prefer. So I found doing this, it's easier if you just take these 2 flaps and fold them down. And then you're going to take your glue and add the glue just here on this edge. And you're going to add your little stitched piece just right there. And I already put my tear and tape on here. I should have waited, but this will work. Okay, just to the top edge like that. And then we're going to take glue on this side from here up. Oh, got a glue glob there. All right, and then this one is going to do the same thing. We're going to put this on this edge to the top. And doing it on the edge like this folded, then you know exactly, because it's hard to see the crease, then you can see exactly where that's going to go. Then you open this back up and we're going to glue this piece down, and it will go right there. So instead of gluing this that I have to touch, I'm going to glue right here, and right here. And you don't need a lot of glue. You just need just enough to hold this in place. And that will go just like that. Okay, then we're going to decorate the top. So before I put this little handle on the top, I have to have this one in place so I can see exactly where it's going to line up with this other one. So I'm going to put the glue, whoops, I'm going to put the glue just on this little tab right there, because you don't want to glue the handle down. And then we're going to line this onto this other one that's already done, and then they're completely even. Okay, then to build the bag, you're going to put tear and tape on the bottom of both sides of the bag, and you're going to put tear and tape just on one side. And we're going to remove the tear and tape off of the one side of the bag. And we're going to adhere that one to this flap. Just like that. Whoops. Oopsies. I've got to do it this way. It's easier for me to do it this way. So start at this top and line this up like that. Okay, that's now the inside. Now, if you want, this is a good time where you can glue this down, just so it's clean on the inside of the bag. Okay, then you're going to take this one and fold it down, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Take this tape off on this side and fold it down and fold this down, and these should just line up perfectly on each other. And then if you want to, you can close this one down with a tiny bit of glue, just a little bit, and fold it so the flap goes the same way as the other one. And then you can reach your finger in on both sides and just give it a nice crease. Make sure these are down. That one's not glued well right there. Okay, aren't these so cute? They are so cute. Okay, now we are going to take our inside of our card, and you're going to glue your two pretty peacock pieces down, and you're going to glue your inside pieces down. So to save time, I went ahead and stamped mine. So you would put whatever you want on the inside of your card. So I'm going to just put this on the inside, on this side flap, right there. And then on the other flap, I stamped and die cut one of the little teacups, and it is going to go on this corner. And I'm going to glue this down with my glue and put that right there. So you're going to color your little teacup however you want it, and then this will get glued to the inside opposite side, and it will go right there. Okay, then we're going to take our little bag that we just put together. Both sides will be identical. Whoops, it would help if I put this straight. There we go. Okay, we're going to pull off the tear and tape off one side, and it's going to go into the card, onto the seam, and you want this to be centered on this paper. So that's good to me. I'm going to close my card and catch this side of the bag. And then we're going to take the tear and tape off of this side, and we're going to do the exact same thing and catch the bag on this side. And there you have your little pop-up bag. And inside this bag, you're going to have a little tea bag. And you can also do a, where is my little card? I have a little gift card. It's not here. You can put a little tea bag in here, and you can also put a gift card in here. And you know what? I have to do something. I have to pull this off, guys. I forgot something. When you do this, because I can see what's happening here, you're going to trim this. So don't put it down. Trim this just a 1/16 of an inch off of the bottom. And my tear and tape is still on here. Let me try and get these a little more even. You're just trimming about a 1/16 of an inch off, and it does matter. So, I'm going to do this again. And hopefully, okay. Now we're going to do this again. Lay this right on, measure this side to side. Okay, because the tape's already on both sides. Let's put both of those down, give that a press, give this side a press. Okay, let's see if that turned out better. It did. So you do want to trim a little bit of that off of there. Okay, now to decorate the front of the card, you're going to take your designer series paper, whatever you choose. Because the front is going to be so decorated, I opted for plain and simple. Don't want to compete with the cup and everything going on the front of this. So I'm going to put this down just like this. And we're going to now work on the other pieces in our packet. So we have our little tiny packet that has the tea bag and the sentiments. And then the other little bag has the saucer, the teapot, and a teacup. So you're going to stamp this teapot twice, once on pattern paper, and you can color it. If you want it just to be pink, you can do that too. And then the teacup will be on here. I opted to have this be a little more decorative, so I stamped it twice. This is how it would be if you just color it and have just the pink. With the designer series paper, I stamped again, and you're just going to fussy cut this center part and stay above the line so you have that border, that outline. And then you're going to cut down and around this part. Easy peasy, just take your time. Okay, and then this is going to get put right there. So let me glue that down. I'm going to put the glue on my teapot instead of on the paper. That way it keeps everything clean. So put that right there. Isn't that so cute? I just love it. Okay, then we're going to take our card and we're going to glue this to the front of the card with an equal border. And it will go right here. Then we're going to glue this little saucer down right there. Put that right in this corner. Let me put it down more right there. Okay, and then we're going to take the teapot And you're going to take this little strip of paper. I had to find something that looked kind of like tea, and that's the closest I came. You're going to just glue this top of the cup. Nothing else, just this top. And the reason is you're going to catch this piece of paper right there. Then you're going to take your scissors and you're going to trim what you see here. And there we go. And it doesn't matter how it looks on the back because you're not going to see it. So there's that. Then you're going to take your cute little tea bag and you're going to stick that right there, however you want it. Oh, you know what I did? You're going to cut this. Because I was trying to think, how come this isn't sliding in here? And it's because I did trim this. Right like that. And then this will now fit over the cup like a real tea bag. So like that, however you want yours to be. You can have it pop up more. I'm going to have mine like that. And then what I did to keep it from moving around is I turned this over and I took a tiny bit of tape and I'm just taping that all down so it's just not going to move. Okay? Then we're going to take our little tea cup and put it right here on the saucer. And that is getting glued down. You can pop it up if you want. I'm keeping it glued down just because I have an awful lot of dimension already on this card and I don't need more bulk. So I'm putting this right there. And then we're going to take this cute little teacup, this teapot, and we're going to put dimensionals and plop a few on here. So it only needs about 4. Just like that. And take the tabs off. This is such a fun, cute little card, I think. So hope you like it. All right, then we're going to take and have this look like it's pouring into the little teacup. So it's going to go right up there like that. Then we have our little sentiments, and I die cut these out. I stamped and die cut them with little tag dies. You can do whatever you want with your card. So I'm going to glue flat the hello on an angle right there. And then I'm going to take this cute little sentiment and it's going to have many little dimensionals going along right there. So we have to cut a little bit off of the edge. And so I'm going to just trim a tiny little strip off of my side of my dimensionals and take the paper off on both sides. And then I'm going to adhere this onto this little sentiment, just like that. Okay, then we're going to take a little bit of glue on this side and glue this right to this like that. And then I'm going to take this one and glue it down. And that will be our card. So a little bit of glue here. And then just like that. Hello, life's sweet moments are my favorite. Then you're going to open it up and it's enjoy your special day, and it will have your little goodies on the inside of the bag. Hope you like the card. Give it a thumbs up if you do. Subscribe to my channel. Comments are welcome, so let me know what you think. And thank you so much for watching. Oh, by the way, if you have extra paper, which I did, I ended up making an insert for my envelope so that this will be just so adorable and it will fit in the card perfect. And then you would close the flap, and it's decorated on the back side as well. So whoever receives this, it's just all matched, super cute. All right, that's it. Oh, and I don't know if I told you this, I did color my little saucer and teacup in Bubble Bath, light and dark. So just have fun with it. Use whatever paper you like, whatever colors, and until next time, go make something uniquely yours. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.